Hello people, this is the Black Glove Gamer, and this is my VR gaming update minute. I gotta really think of a good title for this. Okay, either way, let's jump into it. The Zenith VR MMO has recently just entered its Kickstarter phase. The Kickstarter phase will allow you to either enjoy the alpha of the game, which will be available in 6 months, the beta, which will be in 10 months, and they do have a pre-alpha. The pre-alpha will be available to certain Kickstarter backers between either a month from now or 3 months, and then so on. They'll go into the alpha and beta phases, and then on release of next year. Yep. Wow, that is going to be a while from now. But either way, if you're looking for something a little bit different and you're interested in it and want to back it now, well, it's already fully backed. If you're one of those people that's concerned, like, oh, I don't want to back it because it may not reach its goal. It's reached its goal. And if you want to, there'll be a link below. That link's linked to me. So, if you want to go ahead and do it, use my link and then go to the Kickstarter that way. Yay, I get something for it. But yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. Help out the Black Glove Gamer. That's what I'm talking about. But as far as game, you'll be able to have a full body avatar. I thought that was pretty interesting. Before I did talk about the voice modulation and filters, that I think is going to be, I'm going to either be like have a whole Darth Vader theme going on, or just like a robot or something. But no Holy Trinity. You're gonna do what you want, and it's all gonna be dependent on the skills that you equipped. And they actually do have a story starting off to get you interested with the game. And I'm gonna read the story. Incoming transmission from Zenith Skywave. Oh wow, I probably shouldn't read, but I'm going to anyway. Okay, hey you. Yes, I'm talking to you, sitting right there on Earth. Or Earth. Never mind. Before you cross the portal into our world, there's some stuff you need to know. In our world, essence is the life force inherent in all living things that enables those versed in the old way to weave magic. The Zenithians, citizens of Zenith, harnessed essence using their amplifiers and engineers to power and run the massive city-state. Hundreds of years ago, a massive vessel from the stars commanded by the god king Rielka crashed into our world and unleashed unspeakable horrors, creatures and beasts upon our world. The Zenithian Council made the decision that day to close their gates, sealing off the city from all outlanders, forever dividing those within and those without. Eventually, Rielka was sealed away in the darkest depths of the world, but the end of the war marked the deaths of half the peoples of our world. I probably would have said planet instead of world like 8 times. Okay, the only city to emerge unscathed was Zenith. Outside the city gates, people have learned to live with nature rather than rule over it. We have come to love the green, the forest, and even the dark night. But every day, the seal over Rielka grows ever weaker. And there are those who have forgotten the lessons of the past, who would see another calamity befall us. But there are some things that can only be seen in person. Every fiber in my being tells me you have a part to play in our history. Enter the portal, and I will tell you more. End transmission. Yeah, I think I read that pretty well. Oh, okay, yeah. All right, but yeah, that's the story. How you start the game off, and hopefully it still be spots left by the time freaking Friday have. I don't know. Maybe I'll just buy a spot now. We'll see. Okay, now on to the next game. Now we're gonna go over Vengeful Rites by Deep Dive Interactive. Now, Deep Dive Interactive, they have been hard at work with this title. This is, they're happy to have their Zelda-like VR adventure, and they make sure that it is updated. They every time I go on Steam, they're updating it. Here's some of the major ones, because going through all of the small ones, that'll take I'll be sitting here reading for like a good hour or two, and that'll be like, why would you want to hear that? Okay, but either way, some of the major updates are improved visuals for regular and boss enemies, shops, and levels, updated melee combat. They fixed some of the collision issues they ran into before. They have new weapons and crafting. They also have voice recognition now. So, you know, if you have Windows 10, you have to have that all set up prior to being able to use the voice recognition with the game. They also started to implement story elements. You have cutscenes. There's a dialogue. I believe there's a dialogue tree either with one or two of the starting characters you come across. And they're also testing Chapter 2. They're in the testing phase for it, and soon we will be having that added to the game as well. I think when Chapter 2 comes out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to revisit it, because I haven't played it since its release. What was it, February? It was months ago, back when I first played it, and I really do want to see just the effects, you know, that it has, where I'm going to be like, either like, oh, okay, or wow, this is like really, really, really a big update to everything. All right, now last we have Vanishing Realms. Now, Vanishing Realms, the last update they had was giving native support for the index controllers. We were teased with chapters 3 and 4 to be released within a couple of weeks, and this was towards the end of June that this information was displayed, and nothing. We've heard nothing. But it's been like this with because it's only one developer for this what's his name, Kelly Bailey. But either way, Bailey. I know the last name is Bailey. You know, so we just have Bailey on this particular game, and for whatever reason, we don't really get that many updates from him. But hopefully, you know, this was one of the VR titles that really had me into the whole being into a dungeon, the whole Zelda thing. It was one of the first ones, and I really do want to see it come to its completion. But either way, this is the Black Glove Gamer. Like, share, subscribe, all that great stuff, and I'll probably be hitting you next week with some more updates. All right, you have a good one. Oh, wow.